The voice of the voiceless, taking the truth right on the street.
So, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Voiceless. Like you know that on this platform, all we do is to bring out the issues which is a pain to the people in the community and getting to hear from them at the grassroots level. But today we are having a distinguished guest in the house. Without talking too much, let us meet him in person. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much.
Please introduce yourself to the viewers out there.
Okay, I'm Emmanuel by name, and I'm a citizen of Nigeria, a very good one, and I'm a global person. I preach, I'm a talker, and I'm more concerned with the situation of Nigeria and diaspora. So thank you.
That's a good one. For the fact that you didn't just say Nigeria alone, you talk about the diaspora, that's a good one.
Thank you.
So, sir, now I want to look into some vital and crucial issues which everybody tends not to talk about.
Okay.
Now, let's start off with the case of unemployment among the youth. Like we know that this country actually is meant to provide a certain level of employment opportunities to the youth out there. Now the question is this: let us take it step by step from the case of education.
Okay.
Can you please look at the pain that Nigerian youths go through when it comes to education itself to even get a good level of education?
Okay. First and foremost, we are always told while growing up, we're meant to understand that education is the bedrock and is the root of every success. That's what we're taught while growing up. And education is not just, it's not just the way we read it. Education is broad. Education is broad. Education, to me, I explain it as the ability to absorb knowledge and the ability to learn much more than what you have been taught. That is education. You have the ability to absorb more knowledge than you were being taught formally from home. So education in the aspect of youth and our growing citizens coming up, it's very, very vital. And many people do not have the ability to attain this education, which breaks a lot of people down due to the costs, the high rates, the cost of education. Well, many things that we grow up knowing is that education is free, but these days we are getting education at the expense of not even with a kobo, and which is actually breaking a lot of youths down. So many people have the mindset to learn things. So many people want to acquire knowledge, but they are not getting the opportunity to acquire this knowledge, which is actually breaking a lot of people down. So in education, we should be able to consider that education is vital. And if these people who are ready to give us this vitality are not making it easier for the people to gain, that is where it becomes a problem. So they said education, we get education, we strive to it. Many people strive to get education and at the end they don't even get it. Many people are aspiring to be educated, but they are not getting the opportunity to be educated because there is no finance, there is no supporter, there is no, nobody to just give them an upper hand. So it's very vital. Education is very, very vital, but how we can get there? So many people wish to get there. So many people wish to be educated, but they are not getting the opportunity to be educated.
Wow. That's a good one. That's a good one. Now, narrowing it down to the fight that Nigerian youth go through to get a certain level of education. For example, we have majority of Nigerian youth who go extra mile, work extra hours to at least get a good certificate. But due to the case of the economy, we get to end up becoming an excellent dropout. Why I use the word excellent dropout is that when it comes to knowledge, when it comes to intelligence, they are there. But based on the fact that they had the financial challenges, that made them end up dropping out of the school, and automatically it ended up making them become someone that ended up becoming, I went to school but I never graduated. Now the question is this: even for those who even strive hard to get that certificate, to read that course to the end, now we are having issues of getting job for them because there's no employment for them. Now, what do you think will be the joy of the youths, Nigerian youths, after spending a lot of money in school, looking for a good job, and at the end of the day, they are getting a job of 25,000, 30,000 naira per month? Do you think this is encouraged to Nigerian youth?
Well, as you have likely said, you have well said, and you have well asked through the question, there is nobody who is pleased with the salary he or she is getting. If you have gone to school and if you have been well trained and money has really gone into your education, so like you said, so many people come out not completing the circle of education. So many people come out as dropout, but I want them to know something, that dropping out doesn't mean you are not educated. Dropping out doesn't mean you are not educated.
That's right.
Education is basically on your understanding. Once you have the good relationship to relate and to deal with people, you are educated. So in aspect of that, getting a lower salary doesn't define where you are going to end. I hope you understand this.
Yeah.
Getting a lower salary, getting a lower, cost doesn't mean that's the end. That's why you are being educated. And I want us to know something. Why getting educated? Get empowered. Like I was likely saying to someone this morning, education without empowerment is not, doesn't generate anything more vital, because in the sense of you waiting for even a job to come by, with your own empowerment, you can secure a job for yourself. So when you empower yourself, maybe doing one or two things that can generate funds for you while waiting for your monthly salary, your monthly pay. Your monthly pay might not even, there was a time when I was working, I was getting 20k as a salary, but I wasn't just relying on it, because why? I had something that was also generating funds. And when you have something generating funds for you, that is when you know that the knowledge you acquired is not a waste. So education helps you just to polish you up and to make you meet other people. It gives you an avenue to meet with people, to speak with people, to get connected, and every other thing. And furthermore, as you said, so many people become dropouts, and people are not excited with what they are getting. Nobody is excited with what they are getting in Nigeria. The situation in Nigeria is not actually helping the youth. Is not even helping the elderly ones, and it's not helping, which is the most thing, the generations to come. And which is where we are actually fighting for. When they say we are fighting for for the future leaders of tomorrow, how are you fighting for them? Are you fighting for them with your account balance? Many people get money, they get stocked up with boxes of money, but they are not releasing these funds out to the people. You employ people and you don't want to pay them well. Imagine I came in contact with someone who said, at the time, he said, we get jobs for people, we get benefits out of their jobs. I was not like, I was forced to ask. I said, okay, how much do these people, what is their real pay? And they were like, maybe let's take for example, let's say like the person's pay is like 50k, and then you're actually paying the person 25 or 30,000 naira. That is approximately like 60% cut off the person's main salary, because you are getting that. And like we likely say, we are the one affecting ourselves in this country, which is what we need to deal on. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Like people will always say, until we deal with the bedrock, we cannot get the the vitality.
Okay, now to furthermore, one of the viewers asked the question, says, what will you suggest for a youth that think that dropping out of school is the end of the world?
Okay, like he said, what will I suggest for a youth that thinks dropping out of school is the end of the world? Like I likely said, dropping out of school is not the end of the world. You know, so many people are dropped out and they are millionaires and billionaires today, and some will even still be for tomorrow. So dropping out of school doesn't mean it's the end of the world. That's why I said the knowledge that you acquire when you empower yourself with the little of education to the standard that you have gotten to can help you push you to the future of which you never even expected to, where you never even expected to go to. So that's it. Okay. You know, it's not the end. It's not the end of it, and there are many more years, you know, that you can face ahead of you.
Okay, like we all know that when it comes to education, that's talking about the higher institution,
the tertiary.
That's the tertiary institution.
Okay.
We all know that, like they used to say that whatever lifestyle you've picked right from higher institution is what they're going to be forever. Now the question is this: we have different segments of students in the higher institution. We have the serious ones. We have those that only come to school because their mates came to school. We have those who come to school because they were just want to add the fact that at least I went to school. And we have those that they came to school to only come and copy. Copy people's characters. If possible, go as far as copy people's examinations because they are blank.
Okay.
And we have the last set that they only go to school just for socialization and to end up becoming hooligan. That's as a joint cultist or join a cult in the school premises.
Okay.
Now the question is this: what do you see about these different set of people? Because this case now is the case of like the Chinese logo.
Okay.
That's this so-called martial law logo. Talking about the good in the bad and the bad in the good.
Yes.
So now we're in the school premises. By now we're having 20% of good, 20% of almost good, we have 60% of bad. Now, what do you think you can give the viewers out there
Red Alert FM. News as it breaks.